you can see here, just looking at the inputs once again, clearly meant to ram Bambi off there, and look at that, Yeast Factory unfortunately getting caught in the crossfire there. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jack, and have I got an interesting one for you. So sit back, relax, maybe grab a snack, and let's get into it. And if you like what you see, make sure you click the subscribe button, and make sure you click the notification bell with the like button as well. So we're going to be looking at P20 here, Ram the Rammers. He is our target of this video, you could say, as you may already know by the, or may have guessed by the title. So let's hop on board here, and you can see, oh, I did the, there you go, he's got the police car livery here. So yeah, you could probably imagine how this one is going to go down. So let's just get all the, oh, I did the wrong thing there, it was already on. There you go, okay, all the interfaces on. He's in the Corvette, and yeah, we're just going to really be watching this. So let me know if you guys like this kind of style of video as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So anyway, Ram the Rammers is started in P20 right here. We're going to just keep a look out on up ahead here, because you're going to see here, actually just start to weave here, which I don't agree with personally. It's very unprofessional. I know you might be warming your tyres up, but just very aggressive behaviour. And you're going to see here, just if you just look up ahead, this RCZ is going to completely take out the two Brits there. And GT Watto and Team England, I suppose that is, Team C1 NNT England, do lose the position to Ram the Rammers. So already up into P17, but in my opinion that was a fair move by Ram the Rammers, so fair dues, no issues there in my opinion. So I do have a couple of points to talk about this one, but basically, you're going to see there the Brit has just gone off in the Aston up ahead, and actually, I do have some stuff to talk about, but before we do, it's still kicking off. The Peugeot on the left here, the Spaniard, is going to completely turn into Ram the Rammers, which was very bad, obviously, not really the right thing to do. And Walmid is actually going to just take out the Spaniard there, I suppose. So Walmid actually has a YouTube channel, as you can see there. Yeah, who knows, maybe it'll be in the video. So anyway, Ram the Rammers gets a fairly nice move done on Walmid, actually really nice livery as well. And Walmid actually kind of retaliates, not too sure why, but yeah, it's going to get a bit hazy. And you're going to see here GT Watto and Ram the Rammers getting in a little bit of a scuffle here. I don't exactly know why, I didn't see these guys have any sort of issues, but either way, very unprofessional, but we're going to go on anyway. And this video idea concept is basically brought brought to light by Erie's and Kirith's videos on the penalty system. The GT Watto does get punted, so unfortunate for GT Watto there. So yeah, I am inspired, so hence why this video has come out, and it's a very interesting one to say the least. So you're going to see there, the Peugeot just keeps on the road there, the Spaniard. However, we're going to see is Ram the Rammers going to be able to get a clean move done on the Spaniard. You know, it's early days, you know, at this stage, 2 laps in, and there's yellow flags. It looks like somebody is facing the wrong way or has been reset actually. So not ideal. So we're going to see here, this sector 3 is really tricky. Are we going to see a move get done here? Well, it does get a bit ugly up in front, but you know, it seems to be okay at the moment, although unfortunately for Walmid, does get punted off there by the Spaniard 2 positions ahead, or 3 positions ahead now. Alistair, I suppose, Alistair, I don't know. Ram the Rammers does go for a really aggressive move there on that Spaniard back there, so not one I personally would say would be acceptable. And again, going for a really quite an aggressive move, but there's no contact, so fair enough. So anyway, we're going to start talk. They've got a couple of points to talk about, but basically I'm referring to Ram the Rammers as basically like a vigilante. You know, the Dark Knight is vengeance. I'll stop talking about Batman now, but yeah, are we going to see this Spaniard be in trouble? Luckily not. And we got a Frenchman there, Bambi Matt, very important character for this video also as well. So make sure you stay tuned to that. Make sure you watch to the end as well. I'd love to know your thoughts on the video, and obviously leave your thoughts of everything everything I mentioned in the video below. I'd love to hear from you guys. So yeah, Polyphony Digital, or PD for short, have basically turned off the penalty system, and we can really start seeing this become out of hand, especially in this race here. But also, if you check out Erie's and Kirith's channel, you can also see there, instances where it happens as well. So yeah, it gets really handsy, or really dicey, shall I say, at this one here, to say the least. We are here, but we're a couple positions ahead at the moment, so we don't have to worry about us, at least for now. I think we're sitting in P8 at the moment. So I've got a couple of pros and cons to this one, but real question I want to know is this fair? Round the Rammers, is this fair to be almost be in the justice system on your own? I don't know. So you see there, 2 positions ahead, the German gets a penalty. Not too sure why. I think that could have been a corner cutting penalty. Or the brick gets taken off road there, Cotsworth. Not too sure exactly what happened there. So this German was really friendly and really clean with me. So I had no issues with that driver there. Used Factory's gone into the pits, and as you're saying with the German, the German gives me a lot of respect. So happy days. Although you won't see it in this video, but there was a lot of respect being shown. And same with Sully as well, who's with me. We're actually trying to work with to try and break away from everyone behind, who's sitting in P6 right now, I believe. So again, we'll see these characters slightly later on. We just really want to focus our attention on Bambi up ahead. So I've got kind of stuff I want to talk about in this one, and I just want to know your thoughts as well. So let's start with the pros, at least while things have died down for now. So giving the Rammers a taste of their own medicine, technically, yeah, this would be a pro, because it's almost like, you're trying to give the Rammers basically what they've done to someone else, how it may feel, which I could see that being some sort of justice. However, I think retaliating is the wrong thing to do. For example, say if someone's ramming you off the road constantly and stuff, and then I suppose you don't know what they're going through, what's going on in their life, but then you obviously react. I think that makes you look as bad as them. Yellow flags are out, and actually Bambi does try and close the door, but Round the Rammers goes through. But that does seem like an aggressive move from Round the Rammers, personally. So actually going to hop on board with Bambi. Let's just pay attention to what's going to happen here. We're going to see, is Bambi going to maybe try and punt Round the Rammers out? It certainly looks that way at the moment. Make sure you place your guesses in the description below. Okay, going to bump draft. Nothing wrong with that. I personally agree with bump drafting, so fair dues. So let's have a little look here. And obviously the inputs. I think that was a deliberate ram, to be fair, from Bambi. And that is going to come back and haunt Bambi later. So Round the Rammers, not going to be very happy with that one, as you can imagine. And starting to weave here. We actually got the Spaniard just behind here as well. But I don't think there's any contact there. So, again, all important people in this one. Pretty much an important lobby, for the most part. But just going back to the pros, I suppose. It looks like Round the Rammers is just trying to implement some sort of penalty system here. Like, just trying to implement some sort of system of safety for those that aren't ready to, aren't sure what to do, I suppose you could say. So you're going to go for the move on the outside here, but just nowhere to go, so fair enough. Round the Rammers is going to just keep that position and just keep it all tucked away. We'll be approaching the pit window soon, so we're going to see exactly what happens with that. Actually, let's hop on board with the Spaniard here, see if these guys get any closer, although it looks like the Brit just behind, poking his nose in, so fair enough. And then the last pro I had really was basically a justice system. This is the closest thing I suppose you could clarify as a justice system, is Round the Rammers attempting to, or potentially, getting these successful rams. We're going to see here, is Round the Rammers going to go in the pits, or are they going to stay out? Just going to hop on board with this driver here. Looks like nothing really happens. There's a bit of contact, but with Team England and I can't remember which one, the Spaniard, but it looks like, we're not going to see any of that. So anyway, Ramos comes out right behind the German, who we said earlier was really friendly, which they were, showing me hazards when they were a bit aggressive with the defensive, and did return a position when I don't think it was fair for them to make. So fair enough, it was all okay at the end. So I had no issues with the German up ahead. And we do have a couple of columns to talk about as well, but is now the right time? Well, we'll talk about them and then we'll have to see if we get cut off. So first one I want to go for is innocent people getting caught in crossfire. You're going to see this in action straight away later on, like clear as day. And basically by this I mean you get, you're just innocently just having your own race and whatever, and then someone punts someone else and that affects your race. I don't think that's on personally. I don't think that's acceptable. And again, this would be solved with some sort of penalty system like of ACC, where you got your safety rating system. You have to go through, a while of building that up, or just some sort of system to earn in single player and multiplayer, and eventually after all of that, then you earn it. I think that'd have so much of an effect on Gran Turismo Sport, potentially, maybe even Gran Turismo 7. Of course, with a lot of new people will be playing that. And then another con as well was attacking people that could have made an innocent mistake. Again, you will see this one, but when you accidentally go into the back of someone, but they show no hazards, they return a position. Again, that happens as well. Very clear example. Mistakes happen in racing. It's just bound to happen, especially in GT Sport. In fact, from Fedic here, does unfortunately just outbroke himself, but that wasn't intentional. That was a mistake, in my opinion. So, but Ramos may wish to attack later, so that kind of builds on from that point. But what I really mean with those points I just mentioned there, they will come up shortly. But again, we're still focusing on Bambi Matt up ahead because there is still stuff to unwind, and you can see that actually I'm in P8, so I'm actually relatively close to the action here, and a little bit nervous to say the least. I want to try and be away from all the drama as much as possible. When I saw the name, I was instantly nervous, and Ramos started in P20, so I already gained 10 positions. It's not too late for this one, to be fair, but really just want to try and avoid all the drama we can. That's ideally what we want to do. But thus, this video has happened, so we're going to, of course, see stuff unwind, and stuff certainly does happen. In fact, really soon for that matter. So, the last one I wanted to talk about is people's experiences being ruined. So, again, it kind of ties into the last 2 points there, but basically, if you're caught in a crossfire, or you might have accidentally gone into someone, and you return the position, you clearly didn't mean for that to happen. It can really ruin your race, or it can ruin your experience. And I would fully respect that. I fully understand that. So, yeah, it's just not right, but it's just the way it is. So we're going to look up ahead here. This is a very important lap 8. You can see up ahead, I go for the move on Sully. Really friendly guy, this one. No issues with it at all. But look, Bambi completely rams Bambi off, and unfortunately goes into the Hyundai Genesis, taking it both out, and Sully along the way. I was the only one that wasn't affected there. That was crazy. And if we just go back, you can see here, just looking at the inputs once again, clearly meant to ram Bambi off there, and look at that. Yeast Factory unfortunately getting caught in the crossfire there. Innocent party being attacked, and unfortunately that is just not acceptable. That I think that was, I might have been giggling a bit at this point, but it still is not right. So it looks like Ramos has some sympathy and lets Sully through. Very interesting this. That's clear. There's clearly racecraft, pace, respect with Ramos. So I don't get why Ramos results in attacking or retaliating, really. I suppose let me know your thoughts. I'd love to know. But I think retaliating just makes you as bad as the person, as the rammer, I suppose. And also, shot for every time I say ram or rammers. We must be really drunk by this point. Let me know how many shots you've had. At the end of the video, if you want to. Shots of water don't count, but you can still tally them up anyway. So, I want to know, guys, how do you think we can fix this? I know Erie's made a video on this. Basically, we've resorted into the ACC or the iRacing rules, and I can't remember what Kirith said in his video exactly, in terms of how it could be resolved. But basically, I just hope there's something better in place and soon, because this is really getting out of hand in my opinion, and it's just not acceptable. So Yeah, but I mean, maybe, you know, I just, maybe it's just me. I'd love to know if you guys are on the same page as me here. So that's basically everything I wanted to talk about here. So you're going to see here, Sully is going to, I think, just really going to outbrake himself. Goes for the inside. And Aramis doesn't really give much space, but they both, you know, they do both struggle there. And Rammers is seeing red. There's a target on Sully's back. Sully, completely fine driver, completely safe. I had no issues with, you know, really respectful. So it's just one of those things, I think. So you're going to see there, again, Rammers just shoving him out for a mistake. That's, you know, it's just unacceptable there. I saw this, obviously I just had to look back. You're going to see there, just looking at the inputs, it completely turns left at a right-hander. Really unfortunate for Sully there. And Sully's still going to lose not one position, but two. And also you're going to see here, I think the Spaniard just accidentally goes into the Rammers, but that wasn't intentional at all. Sully's actually going to be caught in a little bit of a pickle here with these guys. It's getting really handsy back here. Really glad I wasn't involved in this. And Spaniard makes a fair move there, so fair enough, just backing out of that. So anyway, we're going back up here. So Rammers is now right behind me, right in front of me. Sorry, right behind me, and I'm a little bit nervous at this point, and as I probably should be, because I've seen what's going on, and it's been quite frightening. We're going to skip forward here. You see, we're getting closer and closer. I don't have the pace in Sector 3, and in addition, I don't have the top end speed of the Corvettes. It's basically a double negative. And actually, in terms of tyre wear, about the same level. Although the Rammers doesn't have much fuel. The Belgium here doesn't have as much fuel compared to me, so actually is even lighter. So that's another thing that's going to go against me. We're going to see here. We're getting quite close now. I'm getting a little bit uneasy. Although I'm door number 16, I still want to finish as best I can. And I would quite like to win it for the Brits. Oh, actually, I know there's a couple of Brits ahead of me here. But, you know, everyone else involved. You know, most of the people behind, to be fair. So, I'm next on the hit list, as you could say. I'm not going to attack, I'm going to defend. Because, one, I don't want to be rammed off, ideally. And two, my car's not going to have the top end speed. So, there's no point me even slightly trying. So, we're going to let Rammers go there. You can see here, shines the indicator, pointing left. Now, yep, there you go. So, that's okay, and we're going to see here, I'm going to just slightly lose them. Although I do get a nice little bit of catch up there, that I lose a lot of momentum. But, yeah, not really much is going to happen after that. It pretty much just kind of, that's pretty much it, to be fair. There's not much that really happens from here. So, yeah, just let me know in the description, guys, what your thoughts are on this race. I want to know your opinions. I want to know what my points out there, what I've mentioned. I want to know how you feel about it. Just generally, it's a very interesting race, and one I'm kind of glad I've been involved in, just so I could witness this and kind of make this video. But it's a shame this kind of standard is being set in GT Sport. You know, I think, you know, surely Polyphony should have some sort of penalty system in there to stop this behaviour, but you know, maybe that's just me. You know, I think it's just really out of hand at the moment, and I just don't think it's acceptable. You know. So, oh, it looks like the Brit has gone off there. I think that was a mistake of their own in the Jag. So actually, that's going to promote us into P5. So that means that Rammers gets P4 from P20 to P4. That is unbelievable. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the description below, guys. Not in the description, sorry, in the comments below. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We're on our way to 100 subs. So if you haven't, make sure you do. So, and like the video as well. Click the notification bell so you can be notified on future videos. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and take care.